Howdy, howdy, what's going on, everyone? Jesus TV, you know me. We're here every single night of the March Madness action. We're not on YouTube, actually. I'll probably be on Twitch tomorrow and Saturday. But Sunday, we will also be back here on YouTube covering the March Madness. I kind of want some gum. I need some flavor in my life, you know what I mean? So, uh, we got some first round. Damn, my hair looks fucking tough like that. We got some. My hair's getting long as fuck. So is my beard, and I literally can't shave because I left my shit at home. But we got some good action. I'm gonna get into it. They don't show the highlights for these games. And also, just an update, the Final Destination 5 video has like 13 minutes left to edit. I could probably get it out tomorrow. We will see. I'm also going to be on Twitch tomorrow night, so that'll slow it down. Let's start the day with literally my first miss. It happened in the first game with TCU and Ohio State. I thought Bruce Thornton and the guys had what it took, but I'm kind of glad TCU won. Dixon is a fantastic coach. They got a really dope program recently. They made like 5 tournaments in the last like decade. That is incredible for this program. Where for the first 50 years of their history, at least for basketball, they made like 7. So that's really impressive. Xavier Edmonds, a layup with 4.3 seconds left, lifts TCU to the 2-point March Madness win over Ohio State. David Punch provided for some bullet board. I can't speak, it's really late. Some bulletin board material this week, I guess. A late bucket for Edmonds. And there's also someone that played in my basketball conference, Brock Harding, and he also played AAU with one of my friends. He is on this team, and he gets a lot of minutes. You know, he transferred from Iowa when Bennett Sturtz got there, and he's been pretty dope. They traded threes with each other. This was a good-ass game in crunch time, a good way to open the day. Amari Bynum, I don't think he's related to Andrew Bynum. He had a nasty dunk. He was good. He was their bright point for Ohio State. You know, dunking it down, hitting tough shots from everywhere around the court. Again, we're not going to watch any highlights because they don't really provide them for us, and I'm not trying to spend that much time because I also want to talk about some of the NBA stuff tonight. We still care about the NBA. The playoffs are winding down. But here you go again. I was 0 for 1 at this point in my bracket. You look at the Horned Frogs, who seized the day. 16 points out of Xavier Edmonds, 50-67 splits. Love him as a rebounder for this team. I didn't watch a lot of TCU this year, which is why I picked Ohio State, but they impressed me here. 16 and 13 for David Punch. He shot 50%. He is an unbelievable rim protector. You get 18 points for Micah Robinson. He was really good in this game. 67% three-point shooting. You get some really good rebounding out of him. It's going to be fun to watch this team on Saturday. I don't remember who they're going to play. We'll preview that when we get there. Looking at the Buckeyes play some really good team basketball. They just could not close it out. You get 12 points for Amari Bynum. Certainly didn't like how he was shooting the 3, but he kind of moved himself inside to make up for that. And he's an unbelievably athletic player. He can grab the rebounds. He can block shots. I love it. 14 points for Devin Royal. Again, his 3-point shot wasn't falling, but he shot 50% overall. He grabbed some boards for this team. A lot of rebounding for this team, I will admit. 10 points for Christopher Tilley. Not the best offensive player this game, but he did everything in between well. Rebounded, passed, played some defense. 10 points, Bruce Thornton. One of the best scorers in at least Big Ten history in this game, and I wouldn't say he disappointed, but at least he shot 40% from 3. At least he was still hitting from there, but I don't know. 15 points for John Mobley Jr. Not the greatest and most efficient offensive player, but he was passing the ball at a very high level. I don't know. I really don't know what the Buckeyes could have did. They're a very top-heavy roster. Whatever. TCU just got the best out of them. USF and Louisville. Obviously, Nebraska got the win. That was easy for Hoiberg and the guys. Getting to USF and Louisville, so at this point I was 1 for 2, or 2 for 3, because Louisville got a nice win here. When a lot of people thought South Florida was going to upset, now Michael Brown was not playing in this game, so there was a reason for concern, but Isaac McNeely had 23. Louisville beats South Florida by 4. Again, we're in the first round of the NCAA tournament. They hang on. Rick Pitino's final season as coach? That doesn't even... Oh, First NCAA tournament game since Rick Pitino left. I forgot he used to coach Louisville. Sananda Frew had some nice dunks. I mean, they had a lot of good plays down the stretch. Obviously, Joseph Pinion is a very athletic guy. But yeah, Isaac McNeely, not only scoring the ball, but like doing everything between, being a glue guy, getting saves, crazy 3-pointers. Shout out to Isaac McNeely, white boy. Isaiah Jones was tough to play against as a two-way player, but the Louisville Cardinals get the win. South Florida had some guys this game, though. 22 points for Isaiah Nelson. Definitely missed a lot of threes, but he was good inside. He grabbed a lot of boards, and my fucking goodness, this guy can defend. He was tough all game to go against. I mean, he was playing on the perimeter, he was playing inside, he was blocking your shots, like all this stuff. I really like how he played this game. Loose balls, hustling all over the floor. And then you get a 27-point game for Joseph Pinion, who is really good. I think this is Joseph Pinion. Yeah, Joseph Pinion's really good. He's pretty dope. He put up 27. I don't like him as an interior guy, but he can knock down the three ball. He can rebound. He can pass. He can play unbelievably good perimeter defense, and that's something about the South Florida Bulls. They got a lot of good two-way players. I mean, you look at the bench, a guy like Isaiah Jones, unbelievable. From there, you look at Gavin Hightower, who had 12 points, unbelievable perimeter player, just like Joseph Pinion. Wes Ennis definitely played like shit. An empty 32 minutes, I will say. You have Isaiah Jones, you have Gavin Hightower, and Isaiah Jones is a really good hustle guy. He can grab rebounds, and Gavin Hightower is unbelievably efficient inside, and they don't really give those guys enough minutes. You go over to the Louisville side of things, 18 points. I didn't watch this game too much. I watched a lot of the beginning games. I had like an exam. It was a very crammed day for me. I didn't watch as much as I wanted, but you get Ryan Conwell has been great. I watched him in the ACC tournament. He was awesome. 18 points. He's passing the ball at a high level, and you can afford to turn the ball over when you are the primary facilitator for your team. 23 points. Yeah, Isaac McNeely's unbelievable. 70% from beyond the arc. You get 10 points for Javon Hadley. You shot 75%. He made a 3 all over the glass. 10 and 10, Sananda Frew was unbelievable. Such an athletic guy, shooting 80%, and he's a very good at the rim guy. So, there you go. Louisville takes it home. Shout out to the Cardinals. And then we get into High Point. Oh my goodness, unbelievable. Taking down Wisconsin. I was 3 for 4 at this point. I predicted the High Point Panthers to beat Wisconsin, and that is one of my proud moments, probably going to end up being the proudest moment for me early on in this bracket. I had belief, man. I really like Chase Johnston as a pure 3-point shooter. Yeah, High Point stuns Wisconsin by 1. Yeah, Chase Johnston had his first 2-point basket, number 99, the iconic Jay Crowder number. And what a way to get your first 2-point basket. You get the biggest win in school history. A fast break layup with 11.7 seconds left. What a big one. We get a 12-5. And looking at I'm not going to pull up my bracket. I'm just going to kind of give you a play-by-play. But, there was a lot of potential for 12 and 5s. I picked McNeese. Unfortunately, they lost to Vandy. But they had potential. I think almost every 12 seed had potential to pull it off. Really. If you really look at it. Absolute stunner, absolute stunning game. Chase Johnston hit a 3 from the logo. Do we have ourselves our next Jack Golke? We might. Rob Martin hit some 3s. This team is a 3-point shooting team. They drop it in the bucket every time. Obviously, Austin Rapp's an unbelievable player. The athleticism showed for Wisconsin for a guy like Blackwell. But High Point, I don't even know what conference this team is in. The Big South? Who's in their conference? It's a terrible conference. That is awful. How are they even D1? Longwood's all right. Longwood's the one that usually wins this conference, I believe. Did these guys just go D1? Crazy. Let's look at the High Point Panthers, though, because you get an 11-point game for Owen Aquino, who shot 50% from 3 and just a very athletic player, grabbing rebounds, blocking shots. You get a 15-11 game for Terry Anderson, who is an unbelievably good perimeter defender. Rob Martin, 23 and 10, 40% three-point shooting. Really good defense inside. Yeah. Chase Johnson actually comes off the bench, and he put up 14 in this one, 67% from three. Literally hit his first two-point basket of the season. That is unbelievable. 14 and 11 as well for Cameron Fletcher. Cameron, however you say his name, he is very good on the perimeter. This is a tough, gritty defensive team. That's all I got to say. You look at the Badgers, you get a 12-point game for Austin Rapp. I don't love him as an interior guy, but he was knocking down three-point shots. 22, John Blackwell was very good this game, 22 and 10. A lot of turnovers, but when you're shooting 50-60 splits, it gets to a point where a lot of the other guys need to pitch in. And, I mean, you get 27 for Nick Boyd, who shot 50% overall and was rebounding and passing at an unbelievable level. It just wasn't their game. I mean, Alexis Bielauskas, he's a good rebounder, but he didn't do much else. And you get a guy like Nolan Winter, who is much more efficient inside and can block some shots. You get Braden Carrington, who's a much more efficient player. You gotta give guys like that minutes. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, I think they gave Alexis a little too much. And obviously these big time programs, they're very top heavy. Like, they play a lot of their big guys for a lot of the game. When you get to more of the lower squads, it's like, okay, it's a lot more spread. But there you have it. Duke and Siena, this was an unbelievable game. Holy shit. Number one overall seed Duke survives the 16 seed Siena. Good thing. I'm not keeping track at this point. I think I'm 4 for 5, but Duke is literally my champion. And they've only lost 2 games on the entire season, including the ACC tournament game. They rallied for a 6-point win in the first round here. For most of today, Duke looked nothing like the number one overall seed in the tournament, not with 16th seeded Siena challenging the Blue Devils at every turn, determined to pull off, I think, only like the second 16-1 seed ever. I think Furman, Georgia was a 16-1. No, Purdue lost as a 1, I think. But like, you look at Dame Sarr, who had a big block late in the game. You have Isaiah Evans, and obviously the discourse going into this tournament is they don't have Caleb Foster. Now, I'm not sure how long Caleb Foster is going to be out for this thing, but like, that's definitely some narrative going around. But like, you have Isaiah Evans, who's a fantastically crafty offensive player. Caden Boozer's a good two-way player when he wants to be. And like Isaiah Evans, when they're down big, this guy is just such a momentum grasper, you know? Obviously, Siena was a very good two-way team, very tough team to beat, as you can see. I don't know what's up with these teams and their dog logos. Who else had one? I forgot. Early in the day, I was watching. Or no, maybe it was later. Someone else has a dog logo in this. No, I'm wrong. I'm tripping. I think I'm tripping. But, Siena, hell of a fight. I mean, you get 18 points for Francis Fulafak, who struggled inside but shot 50% from three and grabbed a lot of boards. 12 points for Brendan Coyle. Not much of an interior game, but he's a pure three-point shooter, and he can grab the rebounds as well. 21 points for Gavin Doty. Very inefficient minutes, really, if you're going to ask me about offense, but defensively he was great. Made it tough. They only played 6 fucking players. I think that was their problem. No, wait a second. No, they played their starting 5. I think this is correct. They played their starting 5 the entire game. And like, you see guys like Riley Mulvey getting tired late in the game, and I really like him as a board grabber. This team hustles all around the floor, but like, he was starting to struggle everywhere on this court. When you give them 40 minutes each, I don't love that, even though it's the biggest game in probably their school history. So, Cam Boozer, 22 and 13, unbelievable. I mean, the guy's a top draft pick. He turned the ball over a lot, but they were able to afford that. 16 and 10, Isaiah Evans was great, too. 19 for Caden. Caden Boozer, you know, he's been really quiet all season, but this was a really awesome game for him, and this could take fourth for the rest of the tournament. I mean, Caleb Foster being hurt, I don't know what his status is, but, I mean, Boozer's out here passing the ball. He's out here defending at a very high level. I love that for Caden Boozer because he's gotten the shine taken from his brother a lot this year. And there you have it. McNeese again losing to Vanderbilt. That sucks. That's like 2 of my picks down the drain because I had McNeese as a Cinderella Sweet 16. Michigan State got it done. We like that. Arkansas got it done easy. So those 2 games were kind of a slouch fest. But VCU and the Tar Heels. Oh man, another one of my Sweet 16 teams down the fucking drain. Oh man, that sucks, dude. I had a lot of belief in North Carolina. I think they're a very underrated team without Caleb Wilson, but the number 11 seed VCU erases a 19-point deficit. North Carolina was literally posting on their social media, "Oh, we're up by 19." Like, what the fuck, guys? They absolutely get the stunner. They win by 4 in OT. Terrence Hill Jr. felt he just wasn't himself in the first half of this first round NCAA tournament game. They completely turn it around. Big time 3 for Terrence Hill down the game. Shout out to him. He's going to be a big name in this tournament. And VCU is always like a mainstay a lot of the time for the Atlantic 10, but look out for fucking SLU. Holy shit. UNC, just a lot of missed opportunities here. They're just not closing the game out properly. Wild. I didn't watch this game as much. I watched a decent... what else did I watch? I watched Howard, Michigan. I watched Texas BYU a little bit. I need to watch more tomorrow because I won't be as busy. So that's great. Obviously, Seth Trimble, very good two-way player. Again, this is who I believed in. Michael Bell, crazy. Yeah, Seth Trimble's awesome. He's great. Time and time again, just ripping the ball and getting on the break. That's what he did best this game. But the Rams, dude, 15 out of Lazar Djokovic, who shot 40% from 3. Just a very athletic guy. I mean, for his kind of for his abilities, very athletic for a Serbian, a 6'11 Serbian. We're talking about a guy that can rebound, he can play defense at the rim. I'm not gonna say VCU is an absolute like gauntlet team to go through, but like after beating a team like this, even without their top NBA prospect, they look good. 16 points out of Nick Lewis. He's very much a hustle guy for this team. He gets on the glass. He plays unbelievable perimeter defense. And what a game here. I mean, games like this from Terrence Hill Jr. shoot you up draft boards or even put you in the conversation. 34 points off of 70% three-point shooting. And not only that, the guy's rebounding. He's passing at a very high level. 11 points for Jaren. You're looking at North Carolina on the other side. You get an 11-point game for Jaren Stevenson. I don't love him as an interior guy, but he was hitting some threes and grabbing rebounds. Henry Visar, he is one of the most underrated players, I think, in college basketball. Coming out of Arizona now, he put up 26 and 10 while shooting 50%. He was unbelievable. Like, that's some Zach Edey type of shit, man. You get 11 for Derek Dixon. Not the greatest interior guy, but I love him as a three-point shooter. He's grabbing rebounds, passing the ball around. Seth Trimble drops 15. He's not the most efficient offensive player, but he can pass it to make up for that. And I think he's one of the best perimeter defenders that was in this tournament pool going into it. I mean, and he turns defense into offense so quickly. He's such a quick player, you know. It just didn't work for him. He's grabbing a lot of boards. The guy's a hustle, man. Luka Bogovac definitely struggled in this game, but I can see how Caleb Wilson's absence affected this team because they really don't have a lot of depth outside of their starting 5. So there you go. Down go the Tar Heels. Isn't that crazy? An ACC team. Michigan gets it done with Howard. Good on them. Texas BYU, baby. Proud to say this is a Sweet 16 pick, and after, I think we're gonna talk about the Gonzaga game. After that whole debacle and after that kind of struggle bus for them, I'm very confident that Texas can go to the Sweet 16. They are a very overlooked team in this bracket. Velko Titus is unbelievable. 23, that guy is gonna get drafted for sure. Number 11 seed Texas beats AJ DeBonsa, even though AJ DeBonsa was unbelievable. Got to give him this credit. They won by 8 here. Velko Titus, I mean, scoring and rebounding at such a level. I mean, this is big time. It's an upset, but, like, Texas is that damn good. And AJ DeBonsa, again, I got to give him credit because, obviously, he set some records as a freshman here set some milestones that haven't been broken in, like, 15 years with Steph Curry on Davidson. He's one of the best freshmen the college basketball scene in a long time. Yeah, Vocatitis, I mean, he's playing defense. Obviously, they have such crafty offensive players to kind of combine and team up on AJ Debonsa. You have Dalen Swain, who's unbelievable. He's one of the best players in the nation, I think. But yeah, AJ Debonsa is ridiculous. He is the truth. Anybody that's saying he's overhyped, he is the truth, man. He really is. Step back jumpers. Man, I mean, obviously, like, Kennard Davis kind of helped him out, but dude, this was Debonsa, bro. This was Debonsa's game. But you look at the Longhorns, I mean, 23-16. Look at Vocatitis go. Love watching him play. 11 points for Jordan Pope. He hit some big-time threes for this team. 14 for Dalen Swain. He shot 50%. He's a solid three-point shooter. He rebounds. He passes at a high level. Tremont Mark is a great player with 19. He shot 50% from three. And he's probably one of the better defenders in the SEC, to me, at least. Like, watching him play, he is unbelievable. You know, he rips you. He plays at the rim. He's just an unbelievable talent for the Longhorns. Take a look at the Cougars. I mean, this is crazy. 35-10 for Debonsa. Obviously, the efficiency is going to be down when you have to take all the shots. And obviously, you're going to turn the ball over when no one else is fucking doing anything. 14 points for Robert Wright as well. He was kind of inefficient, but he's a really good defender. I like Robert Wright. Kiba Kita, good rim protector. They didn't give him the ball at all. They didn't feed him. Obviously, Vocatitis is an unbelievably tough defender to go against, but, like, should have gave Kita some more touches, and obviously they just don't have bench depth. I mean, they have hustle guys like Kadeem Buap who can come off the bench and get steals. You know, he's grabbing rebounds and doing all that stuff, but, like, only one shot taken from the bench the entire game. This is a very, very shallow BYU team, and people should have had their concerns going into the tournament. They're missing one of their other players besides Debonsa. Damn, and it's just a tough going at it. Texas A&M taking down SMC. I guessed that, so that's good. Fuck, Penn got their ass handed. They got their asses handed to them. I mean, I thought the story was going to be with McCaffrey going against Illinois, the Big Ten rivalry continuing. Nope. They got their asses plucked right out of the tournament. SLU and Houston took care of business for me. Gonzaga took care of business, but man, this is for a 3 seed and a 31-3 team on the season. This is a very, very concerning win. They beat Kennesaw State. Obviously, Kennesaw State's done a really good job at revitalizing their program, and this win could definitely bring a lot of JUCO people to their team, and they could definitely build something up for next year. But third seeded Gonzaga, they hold them off, get a 9-point win. Obviously, Graham Ike is great. He's a great player. He is the best player in the West Coast Conference without a doubt. He might be a draft prospect. I'm not sure where he is on boards, but he's really good. Just a very tenacious team. Just a very tough, defensive, energetic team. It's just defensive battle. There's a lot of drama here in the first round. Graham Ike brought a lot of energy to combat that defense, throwing down some dunks. He was awesome. He got a flagrant one late in the game, which is whatever. Tempers were flaring, and that's why you like some of these high seeds. They're playing for their lives here. A lot of these guys could get a livelihood out of the NCAA tournament, so it's kind of crazy. Davis Fogel's really awesome. I wasn't super familiar with him, but he's very good. Love him. Caden Ricard was awesome for Kennesaw State. He was very high energy. Very good bench player, by the way. But you look at Kennesaw State, you get a 15-point game for Amir Taylor. Not the greatest three-point shooter in the world, but he got it done inside, grabbed a lot of rebounds. 13-10, really good game from Franquan Sherman. 50% shooting, solid three-point shooter for this team as well. 15 points for RJ Johnson. I don't love him offensively, though, but defensively he's great. He definitely helps this team out with their defensive identity going into the tournament. So does a guy like Caden Ricard coming off the bench. He's unbelievable on the perimeter. He put up 14 points, shot 67% from three. And obviously Trey Simpson struggled in this game. I mean, he's a very good hustle player. He also adds to their identity to an extent with the rebounding and the perimeter defense, but his offense was definitely lacking in this game. And I think Caden Ricard could have played a little more. I don't really know why they... I mean, 22 minutes is a lot for a college bench player, but, like, there you go. Gonzaga... Again, they barely get it done, but like Graham Ike put up 19 points. He's a very good rebounder. He plays big as hell. I don't know how tall he is. 6'9". Okay, like he plays like he's 6'9", so 12 points for Jalen Warley's really good. 12 and 12 for him. He was unbelievable. You know, passing the ball around. He did everything. He was an unbelievable perimeter presence. And what a big bench game for Davis Fogel when they were kind of down. You know, 17 points and he's grabbing rebounds. I love that. We can look at tomorrow's games and just go through my predictions again for this. Santa Clara, shout out to my boy Bradley Longcord coming out of Quincy. I don't think he plays, but like they're going to kick it off at 11:15 a.m. I do have Kentucky because I do think people are kind of underrating him or over-hating on them. Why the fuck is this my ad? Well, it's not, ESPN. Please. Please hide this. Like, that's inappropriate. Not appropriate. Fucking get off my screen. But yeah, Kentucky's going to win. Akron kind of has some lore as a 12 seed, and people believe in them, and that's another really good bid, but Texas Tech's taking that one. I don't see any 1 seed losing. I definitely don't. I don't even see a 2 seed losing in the first round, so Arizona's going to take out Long Island. Virginia, I'm a little skeptical on, but they're going to beat Wright State, and my Tennessee State, my OVC going out there, they're going to lose ISU, let's be real. I don't really believe in Hofstra versus Alabama. Give me Alabama. I like Utah State over Villanova. I actually picked them, so that is fun. And, I'm so excited to watch Miami, Ohio versus Tennessee. Ooh, that's going to be great. That's a Sweet 16 squad. Give me Miami, Ohio, baby. Iowa's going to beat Clemson. Kind of an upset, I guess. Clemson's so good, but, like, damn. Northern Iowa is not beating St. John's. Not a shot. UCLA is beating UCF. A lot of people like UCF, but nah, UCLA is winning that one. Purdue's obviously beating Queens. Florida's obviously beating Prairie View. Why do they put all these shitty games to end the night? What the fuck? But Kansas is going to beat Cal Baptist. UConn's going to beat Furman. And then to close the night out, I picked Miami because I really like Trey Donaldson. So that's kind of a preview. Tomorrow I'm going to get into some NBA stuff in a moment. We got a lot of sports, baby. Bring on the madness. Bring on March. That's where we talk about these things. I'll probably open my window back up. I twisted both of my ankles in the same week, by the way. So I will probably be wearing a brace on my other ankle that I just injured. My other one's getting ready to heal, so should be good there.